The entertainment world was left in shock when the news broke. Faye Peraya Malisorn and Yoko Apasra Lertprasert, Thailand's most beloved girls' love, GL, on-screen couple, were no longer able to work together. 4 years, fans had celebrated their chemistry, their smiles, their laughter, and the way they seemed to bring warmth to every scene they shared. But behind the cameras and bright lights, a storm was brewing, one that no amount of talent or love could fully escape. Hello fans, welcome to my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and click on the post notification to get notified whenever I upload a new video. At first glance, it seemed like a classic breakup story, the beloved on-screen couple forced apart. But the truth was far more complicated, and heartbreakingly unfair. Faye's departure from 9-Star Studios in February 2025 was not about personal differences with Yoko, nor a fading love story. It was about management conflicts, power struggles, and a company determined to control the trajectory of 2 rising stars who had quickly become more popular than anyone had anticipated. According to insiders, the problems began when the agency, particularly a manager known as Puan, actively sabotaged opportunities for the Faye-Yoko pairing. Reports surfaced that certain projects were withdrawn or recast, and fans and industry figures like Nawat from the 4 Elements project commented publicly about the company's interference. Faye, caught in the crossfire, ultimately made the painful decision to terminate her contract with 9-Star Studios. The official statement cited personal professional differences, but for fans who had followed every post, interview, and behind-the-scenes clip, it was clear the separation was driven by the agency, not by Faye or Yoko themselves. The most heart-wrenching element of the story came from Faye's own words during her interview after leaving 9-Star. Sitting quietly before the camera, dressed in a soft beige cardigan, Faye's normally radiant face was shadowed with exhaustion and heartbreak. Her voice trembled as she spoke. "Yoko hasn't replied to my messages, or my calls, since Valentine's Day. I didn't expect to feel this way at 30, to be heartbroken over something that isn't even my fault. I loved her. I still do." Her hands shook slightly as she held her notes, her eyes glistening with unshed tears. For a woman known for her poise and professionalism, this display of vulnerability was devastatingly real. Fans watching around the world felt her pain as if it were their own. Many expressed shock and anger not at the women, but at the system and agency that forced this unfair separation. Yoko, meanwhile, remained under contract with 9-Star Studios. In her own tearful interview, she tried to explain the impossible choice she was faced with. I love Faye. Always," she whispered, her voice breaking. "But the company, they told me I had to move on. I had to say goodbye, and it hurts more than words can say." The most shocking moment came when a company member, seated nearby, reportedly laughed during her emotional admission, a cruel, callous sound that only deepened the heartbreak for viewers. Yoko continued, tears streaming down her cheeks, trying to remain composed. "I never wanted to hurt her. I never wanted this. But, sometimes you can't fight the walls around you, no matter how much you love someone." Fans couldn't stay silent. Social media erupted in outrage, hashtags like #JusticeForFayeYoko, #BoycottNinestar, and #FreeYoko trended for days. Many expressed disbelief that an agency would manipulate careers in a way that destroyed the professional pairing of 2 women who had given so much to their fans. The separation also led to Faye being excluded from the 4 Elements project, a major GL series she was supposed to star in with Yoko. The revelation left her publicly heartbroken. "I was never the one who wanted to withdraw," Faye clarified in another press conference. "I was sidelined without notice, and it hurts." Even in the face of such pain, both Faye and Yoko emphasized that their personal bond remained strong. Sources confirmed that the 2 are on good terms, supporting each other privately. Fans clung to that truth, hoping that once Yoko's contract with 9-Star Studios ended, the pairing could reunite professionally. In the weeks following the split, glimpses of their connection continued to emerge. Faye would occasionally post subtle references to Yoko, a photo with a meaningful location, a comment about patience and loyalty, a softly whispered dedication to fans of the pairing. Yoko, too, showed quiet signs of solidarity, often sharing moments of reflection and melancholy on her personal channels, her words poetic and laden with emotion. For fans, The heartbreak was twofold, mourning the forced separation, and witnessing the women's pain firsthand. Yet even in sorrow, there was hope. Faye's candid admission about being heartbroken at 30 resonated deeply. She spoke of love, loss, and the unexpected vulnerabilities that even strong, independent women face. Yoko's tearful goodbye, despite professional constraints and the cruel laughter of an agency member, reminded viewers that love remains, even when circumstances tear people apart. As the story unfolded, the fandom rallied. They organized campaigns supporting both Faye and Yoko's future endeavors, boycotting 9-Star Studios in hopes of seeing a reunion. Fans created fan art, heartfelt videos, and open letters of encouragement. Their message was clear: love and talent cannot be silenced by corporate control. Months later, Faye, now under Fable Entertainment as an independent artist, began exploring new projects, including producing content and creating GL dramas that reflected the realities of love and authenticity. Meanwhile, Yoko continued her work under 9-Star Studios, advocating subtly for projects that supported her values while navigating the difficult constraints of her contract. Both women, despite separation and heartbreak, remained resilient, a testament to their strength, integrity, and enduring bond. Though their professional paths had diverged, the emotional thread connecting them was undeniable. Every interview, every subtle social media post, every song lyric or visual reference became a reminder to fans that Faye and Yoko's love was not erased, merely postponed by circumstances beyond their control. In the end, the story of Faye and Yoko was not one of personal failure or fading affection. It was a story of a system that tried to control love and talent, and of two women whose personal bond refused to break. And while fans may still mourn the loss of seeing them together on screen, there is hope. Hope that one day, when Yoko's contract ends and freedom returns, the magic of Faye and Yoko will shine again, stronger, wiser, and even more beautiful than before. Because sometimes, love isn't about the timing or the headlines. It's about enduring, silently, fiercely, and faithfully until the world allows hearts to reunite. Thank you for tuning in to K-Drama Bloom.